Let's go!
What is up, Transformers? It is Dr. Kathleen Nash with Total Transformation, and today in the studio I have a very special guest. I have Desiree Solis from VegasMamas.com. Desiree has done my program. She's done some amazing results, and I've actually featured her both in a commercial and on several TV shows throughout the Las Vegas Valley, but we're never able to really get into like your whole story and your whole experience, and so that's what we're going to do today. So starting with that, let's just talk results, right? Everybody wants to know like what happened to you, so I'll make sure there's a before picture. We'll show your before and after. But you don't have to see it, right? But tell me a little bit about, well, don't tell me a little bit. What were your results? What's happened to you?
Well, my results were simple, quick, and magnificent. I lost 30 pounds in 3 months and over 45 inches.
45 inches?
Yes. And
wow.
Currently I'm in your retrain phase, and I am burning 2,200 calories a day and not gaining any weight.
Right, so you're eating
a lot.
2,200 calories a day.
A lot.
And not gaining.
Yes,
yeah.
Correct.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I feel amazing.
Now, and you look amazing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And you always were a beautiful woman, even when you came in on the first one. Are you at your goal?
No, I still have 20 pounds to go.
No.
Yes, I do. I know. But what happens to you is your clothes become looser, which feels great.
Sure.
My clothes were pretty large. I was a size 14 before. So
but you're a tall woman.
I'm tall. I'm 5'10".
Right.
And I started off at 211. I'm now 181.
Okay.
Ideally, I would like to get down to 161.
Sure.
Because for me, I look so much better. It's amazing because my skin has just shrunk back to where it was.
So you're saying
There's
with the 45 inches you had lost, that's a significant amount of inches.
Huge.
So you would think that you probably have some crepey skin or some loose,
None.
droopy, baggy. No.
None.
No.
I don't know how, but on your program,
I know how.
somehow, because I was worried. I'd always been naturally slender. I had never been that big.
Right.
And I was technically, I didn't realize this, but I was technically obese. So I was worried that the amount that I had lost, my skin would become those pictures that you see on the internet where it's extra skin. And nothing, my stomach is just as flat as it was from before I had kids.
Well, that's probably
as in my 20s.
That's probably because of all the exercise that you did.
No, I'm not doing any exercise.
You haven't done any exercise at all?
I'm sort of somewhat embarrassed to admit that, but it's true. I have lost 30 pounds and 45 inches without exercise.
Wow.
And for me, I feel like my body, you have healed my body. You have solved the mathematical equation. That was my problem.
Right.
And with you, you took me and you healed me. So no exercise. I will, this last 20, I realize I'm probably going to have to start.
Right, and I talk about that in other videos too. So, especially in the beginning, at the beginning we have the maximum amount of damage, right? We have the most we have to correct, and we're also at our highest in terms of body fat percentage.
Yes.
So usually people will, in the very beginning, see significant fat loss and significant changes without really having to change their activity. But as there's less body fat to draw on, then we kind of have to coerce the body into giving us a little bit more. Plus the body starts to adapt to these calorie restrictive procedures. So we have to coax the body a little bit more. But the good news is you haven't really had to coax it until the final 20 pounds.
No.
Right? Okay. And then now when you're at home doing this, do you live alone? Like, what's your home life like? What's your social life like?
Well, my social life is non-existent because I am a mother.
You're right. It's me and the kids.
It's me and my 2 boys who are 5 and 7 and my husband. And my husband is a big chef at home. He loves to cook almost every meal. So before I came to you, he was cooking beautiful bone broths and wonderful meat dishes, all with very natural ingredients. But my body was so off that it wasn't helping. I looked like I was a person who ate fast food every day. And I never touched fast food.
Oh, wow. So you never really did?
Never. I mean, maybe Taco Bell like once every 3 months, like Crunchwrap Supreme, but that would be a treat.
Sure.
That was, but the way that my body looked, it looked like I was getting that on a daily basis.
Gotcha.
So for me, I ate very healthy before, but my body was so off that you were able to heal my body, balance it through telling me exactly what to eat.
Right.
So I always had healthy food at the house, but now it's, my body's actually responding to that healthy food. And because of the things that you've taught me of what's beneficial for me, I have been able to adapt that to my husband, to my children. And in fact, they're happier and healthier because of it. Because some choices we thought were healthy before, they're not. And I learned that through you.
Right. But then you also have quite a big following online on social media, but with VegasMamas.com. So talk a little bit about VegasMamas.com. Like, what exactly is that?
This is why I'm so passionate about it. So with Vegas Mamas, I interview moms, I write about moms. In Las Vegas, I write about living here, and I write about fine art. And the one thing that I love doing, that I take all the photographs, I do all the writing, I do all the interviews, I do the website, I do everything. And what happened for me was I felt like I was almost living a little bit of a lie. Because since I had children, I had gained more weight than both of my pregnancies. My highest pregnancy weight was under 200, so I got up to 211 after having kids. And for me, I felt all medical doctors told me I was within normal ranges. I had my hormones, my thyroid, all within normal blood ranges, and I was so frustrated for 7 years. I was gaining weight, eating healthy, but I was feeling low energy. I wanted to take naps.
So you aggressively went to your doctors to try to find a solution?
Yes.
They did blood tests?
Yes.
And said you were normal?
Yes.
Yeah, that's,
yes.
Yeah. And how frustrating is that?
It was awful. And I remember telling my husband, last year I said, I know something's wrong with me, and nobody knows what it is. And all I need for someone to do is tell me what to eat, because whatever I'm eating is not right. It's not working for me.
Right.
And then when I came to you, you were the validation that I had needed for 7 years after having children.
Right. That you weren't crazy, that there really was something wrong. Yeah.
There was something off with me, and it wasn't my fault that I was so big.
Right.
And it wasn't my fault that I didn't have energy to exercise.
Right.
Like, you go to a medical doctor and they tell you, all you have to do is eat healthy and exercise. Well, okay, so I'm eating pretty healthy, and don't even tell me to exercise because I have no energy to exercise. That's like, I can't do that.
And then they're marking on their checkboard, and they're looking at you like,
and they
liar.
look at you exactly.
Yeah, I know.
Like I'm doing Taco Bell every day.
Right.
And I wasn't. So with you, you gave me the ultimate validation that yes, something was wrong. So 4 out of my 5 metabolic factors were off. Everyone has candida, right?
No, not everybody has candida, but a lot of us have toxicity.
Right.
So one of my metabolic factors is toxicity, and it means that there's a buildup of toxins. So what most people don't know is that the fat tissue is actually a very active organ. It's not only there to store extra energy, which is what we think about it, like a storage depot, but it does many other things. One of the things it does as part of the hormone system, as part of the endocrine system, is it helps absorb toxin that the body can't purge. So if I have a liver that's being bombarded with toxin, and the liver can't get rid of all of it, the body will figure out, where can I put this toxin to cause the minimal amount of damage? I know, I'm going to store it in body fat.
In her ass and thighs and stomach, thank you.
And so this accumulation of, thank you, but if it didn't, then the disease would ravage the body. You'd start getting toxin building up in the gut, which we already start to having anyway. So the body actually uses the fat to mitigate toxicity damage. That's one of the mitigation things that body fat does. And what happens is, as this toxin accumulates in and around in the body fat cells, it hardens the collagen that holds our skin to the muscle. So what do you see? Lumpy, bumpy, dumpy, fatty, cellulite looking structures. Now, women have it because our collagen fibers kind of look like a basket weave. Men's kind of looks like a radial tire, where they're long and they're parallel to each other. So when their fat expands, it doesn't poke through, but because ours is this basket weave pattern, when it hardens and it pokes through, you get that lumpy, bumpy.
So that explains why my cellulite is disappearing.
Correct.
Because I had always been under the impression that you really couldn't get rid of it.
Yeah.
But mine is naturally just sort of
right. So there's a couple reasons why that's happening. One, we're specifically going after the toxicity issue and helping your body purge and eliminate it. You've also learned, whether you know it or not, of how to avoid foods that cause the buildup of toxicity. And then 3, you've done photonica laser, and the laser also helps remove the toxins. And, right, we all love the laser, right? So you're actually doing 3 things to help with that.
Right.
Yeah.
Huge. It's helped.
So you come in, you find out, okay, there is validation to my problem, to my story. Something's wrong.
Thank Dr. Nash.
And I give you a program. Now here's the thing. I give lots of people programs, or lots of people buy my programs, and some are amazingly successful, and some aren't so successful. You were amazingly successful, even though you didn't exercise. So, what do you think was the reason that you were so successful, where maybe other people aren't?
Discipline.
No, meaning that is it hard? Like, are you hungry? And
no, it was so. The thing that everyone needs to remember is that you know best, and I trusted you, and I felt that when I came in here. When you told me that it wasn't my fault that I was so heavy and that I was tired, that even if I exercised and ate salads every day, I still would not lose a pound, for me that was huge. So when I started the program, I fully committed to it because I knew that it would work.